Hi, my name is Aurora McDonough, and I'm here to talk about my Social Work 202 uh, project on diversity and cultural humility within our volunteer work. So, to me, diversity is the practice or quality of including or involving people from a range of different social and ethnic backgrounds. That could be people of different races, different gender, religion, politics, anything like that. I believe that on a personal level, a person is unfulfilled if they're only surrounded by people who are like them, whether it be racially, religiously, sexually, or otherwise. A person thrives mentally and ethically when they push themselves to mix up their friend group and challenge the mental boundaries they have for themselves. In a professional setting, diversity is necessary to protect and represent everyone who may come in contact with that company or organization. Any organization that is run by only people of one race or religion or what have you, they're only going to be able to accurately represent and help that people from that same background. So not only does that limit and detract from the care that customers receive, it also takes away from the effectiveness of the company and their ability to grow and succeed in the future. So diversity in the family that I'm working with, the mother of the family is divorced. She suffers from chronic pain and disabilities, and she also has a history of drug use, minor drug use. Both of the children in the household are members of the LGBTQ community, the youngest being non binary and the other one being transgender. There is little racial diversity within the house. The only diversity there would really be that the kids are Sicilian from their father's side and the mother is of Germanic descent. There is a range of mental health issues within the family, each one of them suffering from depression and anxiety, the kids each having mild eating disorders, and the mother having a bipolar disorder. There's also the generational gap within the family, with the mother being in her 40s and the kids being 17 and 14, respectively. As far as politically, they all skew to the same side, so there's not much diversity there. Since I'm the only person working with the family, there isn't really any diversity there because I'm also a member of the community. I've also struggled with mental health issues. The only little bit of diversity that there is with me being the person helping them is that I have some Korean descent, but again, not very much diversity. So, my main goal or service with assisting the family is to take some of the pressure off the mother. I go into the house and cook, clean, take care of their pets, take the kids to school, take up groceries, anything like that to make things just a little bit easier for her. I do really try to make sure that I don't overstep in my help and allow her and her family to still have their own agency and independence. I want them to feel like they're still in control of their lives and like I'm not coming in and taking over everything for them because I think psychologically it's really important to feel like you're being able to contribute and control your own life even when things are really hard. Um, I feel like the only thing that I could really do to be better about cultural humility in regards to the family is that I do have a bit of a negative bias against drug use of any sort. I do my best to ensure that the family doesn't feel judged or looked down upon for it, but I also try to maintain my boundaries of not wanting that to be involved in any way with drug use. Um, Even though it's not a major thing, it's still technically illegal in North Carolina, so it's outside of my comfort zone. Outside of the aid that I provide, however, I did notice a systemic issue with public transportation that has negatively impacted the family during the time of the mother's disability. So in Wake County, school buses don't go from neighborhood to neighborhood. They go to a set location in each town and from there take the kids to their schools. So while this is more efficient for the bus drivers, it makes it so they have less time on the road in general. It can cause issues for people with disabilities that limit their driving ability. I know with the family that I work with, the mother is in extreme pain anytime she drives. It makes it very, very difficult for her, which is why I do a lot of like the grocery shopping and things like that. But because of how Wake County does their public transportation, even with her kids riding the bus, which takes away a lot of the driving, she still has to get in the car and drive them to that central location in their town on the days where I'm not able to take them. So, diversity in my profession, in my future profession, I want to focus on making sure that both me and all of my staff are trained in diversity and inclusion. I don't want to limit myself to being able to help only one set group of people. I want to be able to help anyone who may need my services as an occupational therapist. I specifically want to make sure that no one in my practice is treated differently from another patient based on their race, ethnicity, religion, gender identity, sex, sexuality, educational background, political view, anything like that. The care provided to the patients should be based on their individual needs, and they should be given the same level of care and aid. Like, it should be available to everyone. So even if one patient needs more help than another patient, they should all know that that level of help is available to them to the extent of their needs.